Hello, hello, beautiful souls. Good morning and welcome back to Namaste the Soul with Elle. I am so grateful you are here today. Come on in, grab your coffee, your favorite matcha, maybe a warm cup of tea or a glass of water, whatever you're in the mood for. Wherever you are today, I am really glad we get to spend the next few minutes together. But before we dive in, let's check in with ourselves. Not our to-do list, not work, not our families, not the people who need something from us, just us. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly exhale through your mouth. Again, breathe in peace and breathe out pressure. One last time, breathe in self-love and breathe out guilt. How does that feel? It's amazing what one intentional breath can do. I know I say it all the time, but Okay, so today our topic is people pleasing. When you lose yourself trying to keep everyone else happy. When someone asks you for a favor, what's the first thing that comes into your mind? Is it, do I have time? Or is it, I hope they won't be upset if I say no? There's a difference, a big one. Because if your first thought is worrying about how someone else will feel before you've even considered how you feel, this episode is for you. And can I tell you something? I know that feeling. I've lived it for years. I thought people pleasing meant I was kind, compassionate, giving, a good friend, a good employee, a good wife, a good mom. And while those things can absolutely be true, I eventually realized something. I wasn't just being kind. I was afraid. Afraid of disappointing people. Afraid of conflict. Afraid someone would be upset with me. Afraid I wouldn't be enough if I stopped taking care of everyone else. Maybe you felt that too. Have you? Let's talk about it. You know what's interesting? Nobody wakes up one morning and decides, I think I'll spend the rest of my life putting everyone else's needs ahead of my own, right? It doesn't happen like that. It happens little by little. Maybe you grew up in a home where you had to keep the peace. Maybe you've learned to read everyone's mood before you walked into the room. Maybe you've become responsible one, the helper, the peacemaker. Maybe someone made you believe that love had to be earned, that being good meant never making anyone uncomfortable. So you adapted. Because that's what children do. They adapt. And sometimes those survival skills follow us into adulthood, even when you don't need them anymore. Here's a little bit about my story. Looking back, I can see it so clearly now. I was always the one who stepped in at work. Sure, I can do that. With family, I'll take care of it. Friends needed help, I'll figure something out. I became the person everyone could count on. And honestly, there isn't anything wrong with helping people. I still love helping people. But here's what changed. I realized I had to become so busy rescuing everyone else that no one was rescuing me. Not because they didn't love me, because I never told them I needed anything. I thought asking for help made me a burden. That's something I learned from my mom. She could never ask for help. So I kept giving and giving and giving until one day I was exhausted. Not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, spiraling out. I remember thinking, when was the last time I asked myself what I actually wanted or needed? I couldn't even answer that question. Maybe you can't either. And if that's true, please know you're not alone. Here's what I've learned. I'm going to share something that completely changed the way I see people pleasing. People pleasing isn't usually about being nice. It's about feeling safe. If keeping everyone happy once protected you, your nervous system remembers that. So every time someone is disappointed, your body reacts like you're in danger. even when you're not. Have you ever noticed that? Someone gets quiet and suddenly you're wondering, did I do something wrong? Someone doesn't text back and now you're creating 10 different stories in your head. Someone disagrees with you and you immediately want to fix it. I used to think something was wrong with me. Now I understand my nervous system was doing exactly what it had learned to do: protect me. I remember the moment everything changed. There was one sentence that completely shifted my perspective. Maybe it can help you too, and here it is. The people who truly love you shouldn't require you to abandon yourself to keep them comfortable. I'm going to repeat that. The people who truly love you shouldn't require you to abandon yourself to keep them comfortable. Think about that for a moment. Healthy relationships make room for two people, not one. If someone becomes angry because you have set boundaries, that doesn't automatically mean your boundary is wrong. Sometimes it simply means they're used to the version of you that never had one. That realization changed my life. So your question is, so where do we start? Not with huge changes, not with cutting everyone off, not with guilt. We start with one small pause. The next time someone asks you for something, don't answer immediately. Just smile and say, let me think about that and I'll get back to you. That's it. The little pause gives you something that may not have had in a very long time. A choice. Then you ask yourself, am I saying yes because I genuinely want to, or because I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't? That question has saved me from saying yes 100 times. And every time I honor my answer, I'm teaching myself something new. I'm teaching myself that my needs matter too. So this week's soul challenge, I want you to invite you to try something this week. Notice every time you apologize. Really notice. Do you actually do something wrong? Or are you apologizing for taking up space? For asking a question? For saying no? For having a need? If you catch yourself apologizing when you don't need to, pause, smile, and replace it with thank you instead of I'm sorry for taking your time. Try thank you for your time. It's a small change, but it starts changing the way you see yourself. Today's information. So once again, let's take a deep breath together. Breathe in. Exhale. Now repeat after me. Put your hand over your heart. I do not have to earn love. I do not have to abandon myself to be accepted. My voice matters. My needs matter. Healthy boundaries are an act of self-love. I choose authenticity over approval. I am worthy exactly as I am. I am enough. So in closing today, before we go, I want to leave you with one thought. If you spend your entire life making sure everyone else is happy, one day you will look in the mirror and realize you don't really know yourself anymore. Not because you did anything wrong, but because you became so focused on taking care of everyone else that you forgot to take care of you. I know because I've been there and I'm still learning. And maybe you are too. And here's what I want you to remember. Choosing yourself doesn't mean you love other people less. It simply means you finally are giving yourself the time, kindness, compassion, and grace you've been giving away so freely to everyone else except yourself. You deserve that too. If today's conversation touched your heart, I'd love to share with you this episode with somebody who might need to hear it. And if you're continuing your healing journey, my book, Living in Survival Mode for Too Long, is available on Amazon. I wrote it because I want you to know that healing isn't just possible, it's waiting for you. On our next episode, we're going to talk about boundaries, why they feel so uncomfortable, why guilt shows up when you finally set them, and how boundaries aren't walls that keep people out. They're doors that teach people how to love and respect us. Until then, be gentle with yourself, protect your peace, choose yourself too, because you matter. You always have. You are enough. I am Elle, and this has been Namaste the Soul. Until next time, I love you. Namaste.